Hi guys. Um, so I'm sitting on my couch, not very fun, watching the news. Um, I don't know where the remote is, so I can't change the channel. I was gonna make a video about like stuff that you guys asked me or whatever, but after school today, I thought that would make a much more interesting video, because of what happened. So yeah, I'll talk about that. Um, Hi Dylan, because you told me to shout out to you. Um, so today at school, it was interesting, I guess, to say the least. Um, at lunch, we go in the cafeteria, and I have the first lunch shift, so nobody knew what was going on. So we walk in the cafeteria, and there is bright ass tablecloths on every one of the tables, and these huge, like, glittery balloons everywhere. And at the one end of the cafeteria, there was a runway thing, I guess. I don't know. It was really weird. And so we go sit down, and we sit down, and some really ghetto song started playing. And everybody was looking around, trying to figure out what was going on. And we look up, and there's some guy standing on the runway, and he's talking, and he says, "Everybody be quiet and sit down. We're doing a prom fashion show." So everybody sits down, and the song keeps playing, and all the people from my school, well, not all of them, most of the people from my school start walking on the runway in these dresses and tuxes at my school, which is very ghetto, and there's only like 60 white kids in the whole school. So the group of white kids are all sitting together. There's really ghetto rap playing. There are ghetto people walking around everywhere, and we're just kind of sitting there, standing, looking at each other like, what the fuck is going on? And so they're walking on the runway, everybody's taking pictures or whatever, and this first song ends. And we're sitting there, and they start playing Justin Bieber. And we didn't know what to do, because we were sitting there staring at each other. And at a predominantly black school, they were playing white music. And everybody, every last person in that cafeteria was completely silent, just staring at each other. It was the most awkward moment I have ever experienced. And I hope that my school never has a good idea like that ever again, because it was very, very, very terrible. And I don't think that they should have done it. And I wasted half of my lunch staring at people dressed up and trying to model, and they clearly had no idea how to do it. The second reason that I did not like that was because even though there are only 40 white kids, there were no white kids in the fashion show, I guess. I don't know. And I don't know, it was just really, really, really awkward, and I felt like I shouldn't have been in there. I don't know, is that a normal feeling to experience at a ghetto fashion show? Whatever. Anyways, yeah, so we leave lunch, and we go to art, and there are only 12 people in my art class. So we're sitting in there, and my art teacher is crazy, but everybody loves him. And I was sitting at my table, and the girl next to me, she said that she was going to start crying because she didn't want to finish the artwork that our teacher was making her do, because it was some big, like, 4-foot abstract grass thing, I don't know. And so I was like, no, don't cry. And she's like, no, I'm just kidding. I'm not actually going to do it. And the kid that sits across from me, from across from this big table, whose name is also Ryan, was sitting there, and he said, if you start crying, he'll bring out the jar of tears. And so we start talking, and apparently my art teacher has a jar in his, like, closet, supply closet, I guess. And every time somebody in class starts crying, he pulls out the jar of tears and gives it to him. And we not really make fun of my art teacher, joke with him a lot, I guess. And he claims that he has magical Asian powers, and everybody in the class is really scared to find out what those are. So we are convinced that his jar of tears is his power supply source, and he's going to come into school one day and kill us all because we piss him off so much. So yeah, that was that was my day. Almost got my phone taken in English. That wasn't fun. And my biology teacher went off on us because our class pisses him off. But yeah, so I'm sitting on my couch. Thanks for listening to that really boring story. Robin eggs. Yeah, so that's all. Okay, love you all.